guys, video review for the American version, the Hasbro version of Age of Extinction Snarl, the last of the 3 repaints we've gotten of him. We had the G1-esque version from Comic-Con. I reviewed the Takara mold a little while ago, and this is the American mold, the Hasbro market release. And I gotta say, I think this guy might be my favorite of the 3, at least for the thing. Like, I really do love the G1 version, but this guy's just really cool. And not all that different from the Takara version, and even has a couple of improvements. One of the things I like about this is that instead of having a differently colored tail with just a little bit of green paint on the handle, the tail here is the same color green as the rest of them, so it kind of blends in a little better. The black didn't look bad, but I do like the solid green tail on the American version. The other thing that I really, really like is on the Takara version, here on the legs you can see these are just held on by friction on a little ratcheting joint. And they would pop off. This one especially was really loose, and I managed to thicken the peg up a little bit and bend it a little bit to heat it up and squeeze it together to hold a little better. But a lot of times when transforming him, it would pop off very easily when you were bending it or posing the leg. Now on this one, you'll notice that the American version, they've actually stuck a pin in there. Which, okay, now you've got a visible pin where you didn't before, but it's so unobtrusive, and now you don't have to worry about that leg falling off, which is really nice. That was a really, really nice addition. I'm glad to see they put that in there. But other than that, it's in robot mode, there's more paint on the robot mode for the Takara version, and I'll bring him in. I'm not going to compare him in dinosaur mode, because in dinosaur mode, aside from the differently colored tail, they don't look all that different. They've got the same, the paint, the plastics are the same color. The paint here, the shiny paint on some of the Dino Mode parts is the exact same paint. The Autobot logo is in the same plot. Like a lot of the paint apps here in Dinosaur Mode are exactly the same. So we're not going to focus too much on that. We have seen him before, so we'll go ahead and transform him into Robot Mode. So you pop that off and make the sword blade, or the axe blade, whatever. Split the tail back here and pop that handle out, and then again push that up through there into that groove to make his axe weapon. And then we bring these out, tab them onto the back of the legs. Oh, come on. There we go. Bring these forward. Come on, unpeg it from here. Wow, that one's actually really pegged in. Oh, there we go, pegged in really well. Bring those down. Split these, fold the dinosaur legs up, which again don't pop off now thanks to those pins. Fold this dino head. He does have the same unpainted dino head inside of his legs for the symmetry there in robot mode. Bring the feet down. Bring the arms up and out. Fold this onto the back. Again, open it up. Pull the head up. Rotate the arm. Rotate the wrist. And same over here. And then get his, put his weapon in his hand. And there he is in robot mode. And like I said, again, the green plastic is essentially the same as the Takara version. Even the purple paint here is just as shiny on the Takara version. It looks like it's the same paint. Now the difference is, and let me pull him in here. He's got the same black on the forearms. Again, everything about this is the same as the Takara version, except the Takara version, this shiny silver paint that you see on the dinosaur parts on the 2 of them is also on his chest. The legs are the same, but here on the torso, he's still got some of the same silver green paint. He's got it on the head as well. But the chest and the arms, the Autobot logo here is tampoed over the shiny green paint, whereas on the American version, it's just the green plastic. And you can see, just looking at these 2 side by side in the video, it's kind of hard to tell the 2 of them apart. You can kind of see a little bit more richness to the green here on the chest, maybe a little bit more reflection. But aside from the black handle on the axe versus the green handle over here, they're almost identical. You'd have to really be looking to notice the difference. Like I said, it is a little shinier on the Takara version, but otherwise they're essentially the same figure. So if you got the Takara version and we're waiting, as a placeholder for the American version, I don't know if you need to now go ahead and pick up the American version. Also, you'll notice this plastic up here is gray. So this plastic on the shoulders and the hips is gray on the Takara version versus the American version. So there are some differences. My apologies, I didn't catch that at first. I was too busy looking at the green paint. When I saw the purple was the same shiny paint as the Takara version, I was kind of expecting that to be more of a flat purple versus the metallic, but it is metallic there on him. So there are some differences. My apologies, I take that back. I was so excited to mess with him that I forgot about that. But yeah, so there's some differences. I do like. Like I said, if you've already got the Takara version, I don't think you necessarily need to upgrade to the American version. If you've been waiting on the American version, I don't necessarily need the Takara version. They're both similar enough, and they both look nice enough that I don't know if it's worth shelling out for one over the other if you already have one of these molds. I double dipped because I thought there was going to be more differences to them. There's really not. And like I said, he has the same articulation. He does still have the curling elbows, unless you rotate him forward. But if you rotate him forward, that makes his hand look weird. So you just got to live with him with having the curling elbows that the other Dinobots do, and his arms look fairly normal in that position. But they have the same purple paint here, the same silver paint on the side of the abs. It's just this plastic color here that's different. So yeah, there's the two of them side by side. If you have been waiting for the American version of Snarl to show up in stores, these are starting to show up. And I think Target is where they've been found so far to date, but they are starting to show up in U.S. stores. The last wave of him and is it a Bumblebee? It's him, the Hot Shot repaint of Crosshairs, which looks like tracks, and then and I think it's another Bumblebee, but I could be wrong on that. But he is starting to show up in stores. Keep your eye out. Like I said, I do believe it's Target that he's showing up in. But yeah, there it is. Age of Extinction Deluxe Snarl, the Hasbro version.